Hello class, so here we are in the first chapter, the first lesson of the book of the semester, and this is an introductory chapter that gives us an overview of how the author understands assessment, and how she wants us to understand assessment. Basically, she says that assessment is not one discrete point in time, but is part of a system that includes classroom assessment, larger scale assessment, instruction, standards, basically what that means to us is that classroom assessment is not necessarily given to us by a one particular score, but it's more complex than that. And in that complexity, the author talks about assessing language proficiency in our ELLs coming into our schools. And instead of us saying, this is a CELA score, and this is what that means in terms of support or lack thereof, the author is giving us ideas like the checklist you have to work on the first discussion. Excuse me. Like the checklist, home survey, literacy assessment. There's a number of activities and assessments that we can do to get a more comprehensive, a more holistic understanding of the level of English that these students bring with them to our classrooms, and how we can tap that knowledge to build up instruction and knowledge for the children. To us in Colorado, that means that it seems a little minimalistic to say, here's a CELA score in January or February of such year, whenever they do these days that. And then here's a CELA score on the following year, and these two discrete points tell me this much about this student, ignoring a bunch of other things that tell us things about the language and how these students are learning and what kind of support they need to succeed in the classroom. The chapter provides some appendices with examples of an extended home survey, a literacy assessment. It includes these examples that you could use, and it also includes the final checklist, similar to the one I gave you in your discussion postings, on what kinds of assessments does your school use for these ELL students, and which ones don't they use. And in the discussions, you need to discuss which ones you're using, which ones you don't, why, and which ones do you think you could use that will be productive, and which ones do you think you're using that are not useful at all. That's basically the first chapter. It's a holistic understanding of assessment as a part of a system, and in actuality, this chapter has a lot of similarities with the title of the class, diagnostic testing, because it is this chapter does talk about diagnostic testing for English level. How are you assessing the level of English these students bring with them? What kinds of surveys and tools and instruments are you using to inform your practice and the support that these students need? So anyway, work on the discussion, do your thing. Do let me know if you have any questions. I'm still working on those videos to post them, and see you in Unit 2. Bye. Or Lesson 2. Bye.